Hukum the Rule.
Tale of a brave. The Egyptian sun beat down on the training grounds. A clearing carved into the edge of a lush, unfamiliar forest. Khalim, a man whose muscles were as chiseled as the pharaoh's finest statues, barked orders to a group of weary soldiers. Faster, stronger. The enemies of Egypt do not wait for you to catch your breath. 17-year-old Ramses, though not yet a soldier, watched with a keen eye from the shade of a sycamore tree. He admired his father's unwavering discipline, a trait he himself was still cultivating. Suddenly, a low growl rippled through the air, sending a shiver down Ramses' spine. The soldiers froze, their eyes widening in terror. From the dense undergrowth, a magnificent, golden-maned lion emerged, its powerful frame radiating raw, untamed danger. "Lion!" a soldier screamed, and in an instant, the disciplined formation shattered. Panic erupted, men scattering like startled gazelles. "Stand your ground!" Khalim roared, drawing his khopesh, its bronze glinting menacingly. He was a force to be reckoned with, but even he knew the odds against such a beast were grim. The lion, sensing fear, lunged towards the fleeing soldiers. Khalim intercepted, parrying a massive paw swipe with his blade, the impact jarring his arm to the bone. He tried to herd the men, to protect them, but their terror was too great. One by one, they vanished into the trees. Ramses, his heart pounding a frantic rhythm, saw his father struggling, his face grim with effort. He couldn't just stand by. Grabbing a sturdy training spear, he sprinted into the clearing, a surge of adrenaline pushing him forward. "Father!" he cried, a battle cry of his own. Khalim, momentarily distracted, saw his son charging. "Ramses, no! Get back!" But Ramses was already there, a blur of youthful determination. The lion, abandoning its pursuit of the soldiers, turned its attention to the new, audacious challenger. It let out a deafening roar, a sound that would have paralyzed lesser men. Ramses stood firm. He didn't want to kill the creature. He just needed to drive it away. He parried another swipe, the spear vibrating in his hands. He moved with a dancer's grace, feinting and weaving, always keeping just out of reach. "Go, leave us," he commanded, his voice surprisingly strong. The lion, surprised by the boy's unexpected resistance, snarled. Ramses saw an opening. As the beast prepared to pounce, he thrust the blunt end of his spear, not at the lion's body, but at the earth directly in front of its nose, kicking up a shower of dust and small stones. The sudden cloud, combined with the unexpected annoyance, caused the lion to falter. It shook its magnificent head, momentarily disoriented. Ramses seized the moment. He spun, bringing the spear around in a wide arc, striking the ground again, creating more dust, and making himself appear larger, more menacing. The lion, its hunting instincts momentarily dampened by the unusual defense, let out a frustrated growl. On his son's shoulder, "You fought with courage, with wisdom. You understood the beast, Ramses. Not all battles are won with a killing blow." He looked at the empty clearing where the soldiers had vanished. "You are more of a man than many of those who ran." Ramses looked at his father, a new understanding dawning in his eyes. He had faced fear, and he had overcome it. He had protected his father, not with brute force, but with quick thinking and a brave heart. He knew in that moment that he was ready for whatever challenges lay ahead for the son of Khalim, and perhaps for Egypt itself. Khalim led Ramses back to their humble tent, the setting sun casting long shadows through the trees. The air was still, a stark contrast to the chaos that had unfolded just moments before. Inside, the usual camp clutter of training gear and rough bedding seemed almost comforting. "Sit, my son," Colum said, his voice softer than Ramses had ever heard it. He gestured to a woven mat. Ramses sat, his adrenaline slowly receding, leaving him feeling both weary and exhilarated. Colum rummaged through a sturdy wooden chest, its surface polished smooth by years of use. He pulled out a length of fine linen, carefully unwrapping it to reveal something that made Ramses gasp. It was a trident, not of bronze or iron, but of gleaming gold, its 3 prongs sharp and wickedly elegant. Runes were subtly etched along its shaft, catching the last rays of sunlight. "This, Ramses," Colum began, his eyes reflecting the gold's shimmer, "is not merely a weapon. It is an heirloom, passed down through our line for generations." He held it out, and Ramses took it, feeling its unexpected weight and balance. It felt alive in his hands. Ramses ran his thumb over the intricate carvings, his gaze drawn to a specific detail at the base of the central prong. "Manessa," he read aloud, the word unfamiliar, yet resonating with a strange power. He looked up at his father, a question forming on his lips. Kalim's expression remained unreadable, a faint, almost distant look in his eyes. "Indeed," he confirmed, his voice low. He offered no further explanation for the name, merely continuing. "He wielded this trident with wisdom and strength, just as you did today with that spear." His gaze met Ramses's, filled with an unwavering intensity. "This trident is a symbol of our duty, Ramses. A duty to protect the innocent, to stand against darkness, and to uphold the principles of Ma'at, truth and order." He placed a hand on Ramses's shoulder, his grip firm. "I give this to you, my son, not for everyday use, but for when truly great problems arise. When you face a challenge that seems insurmountable, when injustice rears its head, or when those you cherish are in peril, then you shall wield Manessa. Let its spirit guide your hand. Name would reveal itself."